We're here with Terry Parks of the Space Coast Sports Commission, and we're getting ready. We're right behind Terry is where we're having a bunch of the rowers getting into the water here in Merritt Island, here at the Cape Crossing, and getting ready for the great training exercise that the U.S. Naval Academy is about to do here. And Terry's a big part of these guys coming here and being able to practice here, and really been an influential part of these rowing teams coming to Brevard County. And Terry, talk a little bit about what we got going on here today, and what the impact of what we're seeing out here with all these rowing teams coming to Brevard County.
Anytime we have teams such as the U.S. Naval Academy that come to the area, it always gives us a source of great pride, because we're able to share our amenities with the world, to be honest with you. Because they're going to go back and tell their friends, and the friends tell their friends, and before you know it, you have international teams that come here to the area. The Naval Academy actually came here on Sunday, and they will be leaving tomorrow. They had about 35 to 40 people in their party. So the economic impact of such a group over that amount of time is tremendous. And one of the things that we've done with our promoting of the area and our sports is we've actually found out what our niche is. Our niche is the spring training crowd, that spring training market, whether it's rowing, as you see here, lacrosse, baseball, or softball. We really have really dug into that market, and it's actually paying a lot of dividends where people and teams are actually coming here on multiple times during the year.
Yep.
A case in point, we have the University of Tennessee. They're here right now. They just got here, but they will also be returning in February. So they're not coming one time, they're coming back over and over again, which bodes well for us.
We talked to the head coach for the U.S. Naval Academy just a little while ago, and he said, well, we're definitely going to be back. You know, I was like, this is a great venue and a great place to be able to get ready for the season. So they're getting ready for their seasons right now, and a lot of these teams that come here, they got national championship aspirations. So a great venue, a great place to be able to work out anything that they need to work out and to get on the water. This is Brevard County is the best place for it.
And even above and beyond all of that, it's just how easy it is, the convenience. We're easy to get to. We're right off of 95. We're only a few 40, 50 miles or so from the airport, Orlando International Airport. We have our own airport here as well. So it's very easy to get here. They have their accommodations here, so they literally roll out of bed.
Right.
They can get something to eat down at Dolphins restaurant. They can roll out of bed, come to the training. So they don't have to really do anything as far as transportation.
Right.
So once you're here, and is able, as a coach, I know how important it is to keep people focused, keep your guys focused. So you don't want too many activities, but at the same time, should you want to do something, you always go to the beach. You can always go to the zoo. You can go to Kennedy Space Center. So we do have a lot of options here for those that are wanting to do other things and train.
So talk a little bit about the Space Coast Sports Commission, and what other things are exciting things that you're looking to bring towards Brevard County and the Space Coast.
Well, we just finished our second edition of the C1N Bless the Babies Bowl that was held in December. We had over 40 teams that came down over the course of 5 or 6 days. We have 2 collegiate women's golf tournaments that'll take place in February. January is a pretty light month for us, but we have one event in January. That's the Central Brevard Soccer Winter Classic, and we have a very, very robust February. It has 6 events, 2 of those being Division I women's college golf tournaments. The Moon Golf Invitational at Century, and the Space Coast Classic, formerly known as the Columbia Classic, will be held at Durand, also in February. We will be on the road along with Space Coast Daily and Giles Malone this upcoming week at the ABCA, American Baseball Coaches Association Convention in Columbus, Ohio, again promoting the Space Coast for spring training for baseball teams. We did that the same thing in December in Las Vegas, Nevada at the NFCA, the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association, which targets softball organizations throughout the country. So again, like I said, we've figured out who we are. We know what our niche is. We don't have any indoor sports facilities or anything like that. But what we do have, we're going to take full advantage of it.
Absolutely, Brevard County, a great spot for all those great sports, and to be able to have all the great weather that we have out here. Brevard County is the best place to be able to host all those, and we have all the parks to be able to support that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, thank you, Terry Parks. Thank you very much for taking time with Space Coast Daily and doing a great job, and we really look forward to seeing all the great stuff and look out to a great event that we have out here, and some great training exercises, some great college athletes out here, and bringing the tourism back here to Brevard County. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we got a Space Coast legend in the house. It's Bill Jurgens, a famous Florida Tech legend and icon for Florida Tech. He's out here for the rowing event for the U.S. Naval Academy. Their training exercise here at the Cape Crossing here at the Barge Canal. And Bill, great to see you. And what brings you out here today?
Well, it just so happens that one of the staff members of the Naval Academy is Steve Fluhr, and I coached Steve to win the Dadville in 1982. And it so happens that his son is the head coach of the Naval Academy and a graduate of the Naval Academy.
Small world.
Yeah, and I'm so impressed with the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
It has a strong tradition. The college the Naval Academy won the Olympics in 1920 and in 1952.
Wow.
And the coach in 52 was Rusty Callow. And Rusty Callow in 1934 started the Dadville Regatta, which I'm a member of. It's like a small college championship.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's so nice to be here. There's such an interconnection in rowing.
Yep.
And it's a great sport. It's a real enduring sport. It's not like you have, thousands and thousands of spectators. The rowers do it because they enjoy it. They enjoy the relationships. They enjoy the fact that there's almost a direct correlation of what you put into it, you get out of it. Mm-hmm. And you cannot say that about all sports, because sometimes, you just have tremendous talent that they were almost born with. Yeah. But of course, there is an advantage to being tall. And so you have a nice leverage in the racing show. And as you probably noticed from all the rowers here, they're taking out 3/8 now, is that the rowers tend to be tall. And so it is a great sport for, the Naval Academy. I was saying that Naval Academy will always be one of the top sports among the academies. And I would say Army's more like football, but Navy's been beating football. Navy is beating Army a lot in the last, say, decade or so. So, yeah, it's the discipline that's required. What fascinates me about the academy is these young men work so hard and they study so hard, and then they have a commitment to serving the country. Yep. And some of them go out as SEALs, some of them as helicopter pilots. They do such a variety of things. And, it almost gives me chills to think about the dedicated service of these young people.
Well, Bill, you're an absolute legend, and I understand you're going to be getting on the water right now. Matter of fact, they're waiting for you right now. Well, and I think you better get ready to go. Yeah. So enjoy, Bill, and we thank you for taking time with Space Coast Daily, and enjoy your time on the water. Thank you. Well, Zach Clark here for Space Coast Daily here at Dolphins here near the Barge Canal, and here with the U.S. Naval Academy head coach for the rowing team that they have out here, and they are doing some practice and training exercises out here, getting ready for the season. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with here today?
Yeah, how are you doing? My name is Matt Fluhr, one of the coaches here for the Naval Academy heavyweight team. We're just getting ready to go into our spring semester, and the spring season is our main championship racing season. So this is really the kickoff to set the tone as we head back to Annapolis, and then gear up for the races that start in March, and that'll take us all the way through early June in the national championship. But it's a great group. A brand new staff. This is my first year as head coach, new staff, and just really working to build program to be contenders again. Really, that's our main focus. Last year we finished up 12th, and trying to eclipse that this year.
So talk about some of your team, and you have a young team, you have an experienced team, a little bit of everything. What do we got here?
It's a broad range of everything. We have guys that were recruited and have been rowing since high school, and then some guys here who learned to row at the Naval Academy. But the great thing about everyone here is that they're all going to graduate and serve in the Navy and the Marine Corps and be officers in our military. So it's a pretty awesome opportunity to work with some really focused young men and women and do some really good rowing along the way.
The team that you have this year, you're looking to compete for a national championship this year. What does this team have to do to be able to get that mark and to get to the national championship?
Well, one of the biggest things we've been focusing on is just the effort they bring every day and the attitude. So I really think that if we focus on what we do as a team day in and day out and trust the process, the results will take care of themselves. We're not really talking about the specific results. We're just trying to build the fastest team possible come April and May.
Is this your first time ever to the Space Coast?
It is. It's my first time here. I heard about the Cape Canaveral Barge Canal through a few other coaching buddies who have been here. And then we got permission to do a winter training trip, which is not normal for the Naval Academy, just based on our academic schedule, and the guys loved the idea. So we're here, we're testing out, and I can confidently say we're going to come back.
First impressions, you like everything. You said you're going to come back, so that's good.
Yeah,
but your first impressions of the environment and the area?
It's been fantastic. I mean, in rowing, we're just looking for straight bodies of water that are flat, and the canal offers exactly that. And then what's even better about this resort itself is the fact that the guys can walk to and from. We don't need to worry about driving or where the hotel is and any of that type of stuff. So, and it's been cool because at Navy they live in dorms for 4 years, and now they get to cook for themselves and have a little cooking contest. They're getting a little slice of life outside of college, and without having to worry about academics. It's been a lot of fun.
Are you guys going to stay here for a couple more days? How long are you guys here for?
We got here on the 27th, and we actually leave tomorrow on the 3rd. But good solid week of training. It's been awesome.
You're going to miss just a rocket launch here in a couple days.
I know. We were looking it up ahead of time, and the only one we saw was the 3rd at midnight. We were hoping to catch one, but maybe next year we'll go tour the Space Center.
Probably the one time of the year where we had a complete week where we had no rocket launch.
I know. We were surprised, but I guess it makes sense with the holidays and everything. But.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the Space Coast. We thank you for coming to Brevard County, and we look forward to seeing you back here again. And maybe next time we'll get you an opportunity to see a rocket launch.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the hospitality, and we look forward to coming back.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, one of the great things about events like these and teams that come out to the Space Coast is what it does for the local restaurants and businesses in the local area. And one of the hosts of these one of these great events is Ruby Daniel at Dolphins, who has a great facility out here, great venue to be able to support the great people from all over that are visiting the Space Coast. Dolphins is a trademark here of the Brevard County. And Ruby, talk a little bit about your excitement to be able to host teams like this and events like this, to be able to come to the Space Coast, and what that does for your business.
Well, actually, Dolphins is multifaceted. So we're here at Cape Crossing Resort and Marina. That's the resort, its name. However, Dolphins Vacation Rentals, which is the part that does all of the rooms, and Dolphins Waterfront, Dolphins Waterfront Bar and Grill is, of course, our restaurant venue. So all of that put together with our boat rentals, the docking facilities we have, the ramp facilities we have, it really turned out to be an amazing spot for rowing teams to come. The canal here, which basically connects the Banana River to the Indian River, is just a thoroughfare of wildlife, but it's also great for the calm waters that these rowers need. So you have all of these sculling teams that come down, and they're looking for a place to get away from the cold that they can really concentrate and train. And this is just a beautiful setting for them to do that.
It's a beautiful place to be able to stay and be able also to get some great food that you have here. You got quite the crowd here on an afternoon on a Friday.
That's right. It's a one-stop shop for these people. So the coaches can bring their team down here. They're all together. Great team building efforts, and abilities here. And they don't have to go anywhere. They're training. They're staying. Their camaraderie. They're out there just even doing sit-ups together all by the pool. It's great because everything that they need is right here at one facility, and it's perfect for what they need and perfect for what we need, because it brings such an economic impact to us here as well as Brevard County.
beautiful weather out here today too. We couldn't have better weather for our guests here. We couldn't ask for better.
It's sunshine, and you know, when we put our coats on because it was 40 degrees the other morning, these guys were all out there training and they had no shirts on. They happened, we were in flip-flops. It's like, you know, everything goes because they're used to being in the Great White North where it's really, really cold. So what we think is cold here in Florida is not cold to them.
Beautiful venue here. And for more people that want to know more about Dolphins that maybe haven't been able to come out here or know what you have to offer, where can people go to find out more information about Dolphins? A website or a phone number?
Yep. So our website is Dolphins with an S, rentals with an S.com. So dolphinsrentals.com. And that's going to give them any of the units that we have. So we have condos for rent here, 1 bedroom and 3 bedroom. We have townhouses for rent, which are 3 bedrooms. And we also have luxury houseboats, which are a very unique experience, both 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom. And then of course the restaurant itself, there's links on our website to the restaurant, to our boat rentals, to the marina. So again, they can reach all of those things through one website, but they all have their independent websites as well.
You know, what's great about here as well is, you know, if you come out to Dolphins, if you want like a sports bar feel, you can have a sports bar feel. Or if you just want to come out and you can see like these great people here and being able to just enjoy some quiet, and you don't have to deal with the sports bar scene. You can stay out here and have a great dinner, a great lunch.
Absolutely, and it has a name Dolphins for a reason. We see a ton of dolphins going up and down these waters. Yeah. So people really enjoy coming out here and seeing that. It's a little bit of, you know, bringing nature into where they are, and also for them to see what really Brevard County has to offer. It's an amazing area.
Ruby Daniel, Dolphins, thank you very much for taking time with Space Coast Daily. You got a great facility, a great venue here for all these great guests that we come to Brevard County, and we greatly appreciate your great support. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Space Coast Daily.
Travel back in time and step into the magic. The Space Coast Renaissance Fair is here for 2 weekends, January 10th through 11th and 17th through 18th at Space Coast Daily Park in Viera. Experience thrilling jousts, sword fights, live music, theatre, and laughter with knights, nobles, and jesters. Feasts fit for royalty, handcrafted treasures, artisan wares, and treats around every corner. Get tickets now while supplies last. The adventure awaits only at the Space Coast Renaissance Fair at Space Coast Daily